In the last time, in the realm of the bird catcher experience, we were running around this area, accomplishing very little. But we did happen to establish. I can't do any voices now without people making it. Man. Every time I do any kind of voice now, I just hear Wander being like, that sounds like Pro CD. Or like, that sounds like Plague of Gripes. And I'm like, man, just let me have anything. This water looks very, very unappealing in this green-ass filter, by the way. But in that moment, I was just like, in the world of Bird. And I was like, God, I just sound like Plague of Gripes being like, Dark Souls had a story, you ask? Indeed. Perhaps if your vision... Wow, I can do a much better Plague of Gripes than I expected. Perhaps if your vision was not obfuscated by myriad deaths, you might see more clearly. Fret not. I've watched that video a lot, in case you couldn't tell. Is this gonna teleport me? I feel like this is gonna warp me somewhere. No, what the hell? What the hell is that? Another collectible game? Man, just... I've either missed a billion collectibles, or this is a much, much longer game than I thought it would be. Both of those things, well, one of those things I'm really cool with. The other would piss me the right hell off. This looks different. Is this different? This must be different. Oh man, that sinking feeling of this area is going to be a lot bigger than you think it is, and you're gonna have to juggle a lot more elements of this game in your mind than you originally thought. You know that feeling? That feeling that I described in like 70 words just now? That's the one that I have. Well, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's look around. And I fell down. I want to continue to use the braziers to mark my progress, but for some reason these particular braziers are unreachable. So that's a shame. It's also a very familiar feeling of high school me. Anyway, yeah, so what was I saying? Right. Making fun of other people's ability to talk or the way that they talk. I didn't realize until I started talking a lot. I didn't realize that until I started doing like a lot of recordings that I could do a lot more voices than I expected. I can't do it very consistently. Like if people ask me like, can you do like blank thing? I'm like, no, I really can't do that very well. But occasionally I just learn like, by the way, I can do a really good PewDiePie if I just put my mind to it, and then I'm just like, sup dudes, and I did a really, really great job once. That's the caveat. I will never be able to do as good of a Plague of Gripes ever again in this moment, because that's like my weakness when it comes to voice acting. So if I'm like, tomorrow if you ask me like, hey Bird, can you parody that guy that does Dark Souls stuff very good? I'd be like, Dark Souls had a story, you ask? And everyone would be like, no, that doesn't quite do it. Though that would be really, really, really funny if somebody did try to make themselves out to be a YouTuber. And they were like, oh, this is the way I'm talking. Like, all the time. Jeez. We're gonna be looking around this cave. It's so nasty and dank. I would walk through here, I bet I'm gonna get stuff in the thong of my sandal. That's actually the official... That's actually the real name for the thing that goes between your toes on sandals. It's called the thong of the sandal. So, you know, next time you're wearing a sandal, you can claim that you are actually wearing thongs. I don't know why I made that out to be a lot weirder than it needed to be, but that's fine. Okay, so let's get back to playing the game. I have no idea where the hell I am at this point. I just kind of got lost in a maze of my own weird accents, and then all of a sudden I was in this gigantic pool of quartzonite and Sonic 3 death-defying air bubble things. Talk about a classic video gaming trope that one is, by the way. I mean, you don't have to... If you've ever played a video game that has a swimming mechanic, you immediately know if there's a breath meter involved and there are bubbles of air, that is your ticket to not dying salvation. That area I was just in was enormous. I do not know if I did not get any secrets when I was in there, but that is a huge area to explore. I do not know if I'm going to be able to find everything in that area. That is creepy. Okay, things that immediately strike me in this room. First off, this room is beautiful. Second off, this room is really, really well designed from a puzzle perspective. Third off, second off, thought number two. It's really well designed from a puzzle perspective because you're immediately going to look at the main element of this puzzle, which is this ramp, because there's a gigantic sunbeam on it, and you're going to look at these weirdos because they're in your way, and they're going to be like, no, you cannot come near me. You cannot come near me. You cannot... Oh, I thought they would push me like they were doing earlier. I've also noticed that my frame rate is getting its ass beat in right now. It is chugging in this section of the game. I guess it's probably due to this sunbeam. Well, yeah, I mean, this is really quite bad. I don't know what the deal is. I guess I should probably consider upgrading my video card relatively soon. It's not that old. It's like a decent video card from a year or a year and a half ago, but wow, it's like really, really quite horrible right here. What's very interesting is that my frame rate got a hell of a lot better as soon as I moved this. Wow. Yeah, when the light's over here, it's horrendous. When it's over here, it's great. That is actually quite peculiar. I guess it must be something about the geometry of this root. Well, whatever. The point is, by shining the light on those shadowy guys, they died. Also, this is... If you work with the Unreal Engine a lot, like, this is a very... that is a very vanilla light that they have shining there. Anyway, for people that work with the Unreal Engine, you probably know what I'm talking about. For people who don't, you're like, what the hell is Bird talking about? There you go. Hey, I remember these guys. Let's kill them. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, have mercy. Oh my God. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, it's a Dementor. Okay, these guys used to be afraid of me. I would like to return to that sort of form. It also looks like, according to this cave painting, you start out as yourself, then you sprout into an Evil Dead thing. And, I'm gonna break this. I'm gonna run away from it. Yeah, wow. Did I get killed by both of them at the same time? Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can expose a glitch in the game by doing that. What's really, really, really crazy is that God, that effect is bizarro. Well, I gotta get this out of my system once. So, let's just see what happens if I don't move. Uh-huh. I die. Well, I mean, I definitely saw that coming, but I just wanted to... I wanted to see what the entire effect was like. Let's break that, and let's just keep moving. If you thought to yourself, like, Bird, you're gonna stop breaking the statues because they keep exploding into things that will attempt to kill you, you're wrong. I'm gonna keep doing that every single time I see them. Until it's proven otherwise that that's a bad idea. I love just poking at the seams of video games like this and being like, I'm gonna make him dance. I'm gonna make him dance. I love doing that in video games. Partially because I like to tinker with them and see how they're put together. It helps me just appreciate them more on like a technical level. I can see how they programmed things, how they structured everything. But it's also just always really funny for me to like walk into one room and then watch every enemy just turn and stare at me on a command, because it's very I like poking at the corners of the game that let you remember that it's a simulation, and anything that kind of breaks it, I find it amusing. That's actually a big reason why I like scrap mechanics so much, is I was able to just demolish any remote sense of workingness that game was trying to get at. I also want to... So I'm going to die again in a second here. We're going to go down. Okay. I'm going to die again in a second here because I want to get to the bottom of this. I also want my frame rate to come back. But I want to see what happens. I want to see if I can get down. Oh, what the hell? I might be able to. This is intentional. I'm supposed to go this direction. See if I can make it there. Yep, okay, we're good. Well, I'm gonna go up, because this is the area I'm supposed to be going towards. Wow. There's a lot of weirdness to this level design. I need to take this in a little bit. I'm not too sure what I'm seeing, but this is cool. I found a secret. So that's a nice little plus right there. Yeah, there's a lot to take in. These levels are big, man. They're very, very big. The hell was that? Was that the fox? Oh, okay, thank God, that was the fox. I just kind of heard like, and I was like, what? Don't kill me, game. I've died enough lately. Yeah, these levels in this section are big and kind of on the expansive side, which I don't mind so much. It's a little bit rough from the perspective of doing this under the pressure of recording it, because I want to make sure that I don't spend a whole lot of time chasing red herrings and like going down dead ends and stuff like that, because that would annoy people, rightfully so. But on the other hand, by poking out more of the low-hanging fruit of this video game, I do feel like I do miss some puzzles here and there. But I'm trying to make sure that I strike a good balance of always making a decent amount of forward progression, as well as like making sure that I find a lot of secrets and also like poke holes in the game and all the stuff that I generally tend to enjoy doing quite a bit. I think I'm supposed to go to the bottom. Well, I mean, I think I'm supposed to go through here. I think I'm supposed to go where the fox is. But I want to go to the bottom, because I want to avoid doing the expected routes. I want to find the secrets. So we're gonna do that, and I know it's possible. I know that I just need to travel from air pocket to air pocket, and I will reach things. So I think another thing that is contributing to my frame rate that ties into what I was just saying with regards to this level being very big and open is that I think that it's probably fairly heavy on the engine to hold the level this big. If there's one thing that I found very, very difficult with regards to video game programming, it's figuring out how to chunk your levels. And by that I mean figure out a way to load your levels such that you don't load the entire level into memory and just have a frame rate of like 1, because you're doing these massive number of draws all the time. Can I sing at these fish? Oh, can I sing? I'm underwater. I got an achievement for doing this. I don't, it's called What Lies in the Deep or something like that. I don't know if there's anything actually down here, but it's kind of cool that I found this. I feel accomplished. I feel like I've achieved something. But I'm gonna circle the base of this thing and see if I can figure something out. Yeah, it's something that I never was quite able to figure out was how to make it so that you you kind of load things in little bits and pieces, so you don't have to draw just every single thing in the level and make your video card be like, I hate you. It's a thing that I think you have to be really mindful for, especially if you're targeting the PC, because you never know what power in terms of video card your customers are going to have when they play this game. I think that of course makes the PC one of I think the PC is one of the easiest it's probably the easiest platform to develop for, because you make it on the computer, you can release it on the computer, and you know it works. It's probably the hardest platform to target, because you have to cover that gigantic range of operating systems and hardware assortments that all of your consumers are going to be working with. I don't know. It's thankfully we live in the era of Unity 3D and Unreal and stuff like that, which means that teams of professional programmers will just figure that shit out for you, and you don't have to worry about it so much. I see another statue. I'm gonna leave it be, because I want to explore some stuff first. What happens if I do this? It's probably gonna make me teleport somewhere, huh? Ah, so I am a prince. I'm not surprised. We're gonna party like it's 1990. Yay! That's my Michael Jackson. Oh god, I also died. Alright, well, we're gonna break this and find out if a deadly spirit comes from it. Ha, nope. Okay, well I guess that mechanic is dead and gone forever. They're never gonna try and kill me with that again in the future, right? That's how video games work, especially good ones. I'm gonna die to getting dementored again at some point. Alright, so I'm gonna break all these jars real quick, and then I'm probably gonna call this one for the night. But I feel like we've made some really decent progress. I feel like I've actually probably skipped over a lot of content. I think I'm moving through this section without doing nearly the diligence and exploration that I usually do. But I feel like if I didn't kind of skip through things, this whole section would probably take me a lot longer than it would if I was trying to get to every little nook and cranny. I'm also probably going to scoot through this a little bit faster because of the aforementioned performance issues that this whole section is presenting at this point. Hopefully they release a patch or something like that. I would I wouldn't want to drop the graphics quality because this game is super duper pretty, but I may have to do that between recording sessions. So this is a nice little stopping point here. We've reached another puzzle involving peacocks. Oh, that's definitely a peacock from this perspective, but I guess it's actually a fash. Anyway, we'll discover this sort of shit next time. Thank you all for watching, and have good nights.